In this video, I will be discussing expansionary and contractionary fiscal policy. With expansionary fiscal policy, this is done through increased government spending and lowering taxes. This has expansionary effects because it increases the aggregate demand curve. As you remember from past units, the aggregate demand curve is comprised of consumption, investment, government spending, and net exports. So when we increase government spending, we're going to increase the aggregate demand curve. For contractionary effects, we will decrease government spending and raise taxes, as this will decrease the aggregate demand curve. The aggregate demand and aggregate supply model predicts that the economy can automatically correct itself in the long run, like we've seen in past units. But why should the government intervene? The government is going to intervene because this automatic correction can be a painful and slow process. It takes a really long time, and waiting for adjustments is often difficult on producers and consumers. And voters often call upon politicians to respond during recession. So policymakers try to use fiscal policy to smooth fluctuations in the economy. This is an example of expansionary fiscal policy. On the left, we have the initial market response to a fall in aggregate demand. This could be a decrease in consumption or investment. So our aggregate demand curve has fallen and it's shifted to the left. The government implements expansionary fiscal policy, which increases the aggregate demand curve, shifts it to the right towards its equilibrium point. And they do this by increasing government spending or decreasing tax, which will end up increasing consumption or increasing investment. And contractionary, it's similar, but the opposite. When an economy is overheated and it has too much, the increase in AD is really high. This is bad because when your economy is expanding really fast, this can lead to a recession. So the government implements contractionary fiscal policy to bring the AD back down. So this would mean decreasing government spending or raising taxes, which would end up decreasing consumption and decreasing investment. So overall, should the government intervene when the GDP is above its potential level? Yes, because positive economic shocks may cause the economy to expand too rapidly and, like I said, may lead to a recession. An example of this is the US housing bubble in early and mid 2000s. The housing market boom had shifted the AD to the right, which meant the government would need to implement contractionary fiscal policy to get it back towards equilibrium.